If you clicked on this video to tell me that I look like a scene FAG, then you are simply affirming the fact that I'm achieving the look I was going for. Hello. How are you? I'm okay. This is a new wig. I got it from Amazon and I didn't know what to do with it for a while, and then I was like, oh, I should do the scene guy hair of my dreams, or emo guy really. Which was always my favorite, was always when like an emo guy clearly had like a really nice emo haircut at one point, and then he just kind of let it go and it's a little too long and he kind of looks like a girl. Oh no. Such a bad thing. Hi, yes, I'm 1 week on tea and there's not a lot to report. Shocking. I had 100 milligrams, 0.5 mil. I'm doing bi-weekly for now, if I can tolerate it. Emotionally, we'll see. I don't know. A lot of people have been talking to me about that stuff, and it seems like it's really not great. 99.9999% of the time, there's really no benefit to it. So, I'm not. I should be fine in the meantime. At my 3-month checkup, I'll talk to them about it. Honestly, I could probably afford gel, and I'm not in a bad place to do gel, but we'll just see. I feel fine right now, even though supposedly a lot of what I took is probably out of my system, but we'll see how it is after a few months. The only thing I really noticed was I felt kind of warm for a couple days and I felt dehydrated, like I was really thirsty. And really nothing else. I know, that's why I'm like so looking forward to my second shot, because I really didn't have anything at all happen. Not a surprise, but like some people occasionally experience like symptoms of like bottom growth or increased arousal or who knows what the fuck else, but that's normally like the first thing that kind of sneaks up on people, especially if that's not something that like is something they're looking forward to. Didn't happen to me, even though my sex drive left the building when I started birth control earlier this year, and I miss it very bad. Yeah, obviously I'm filming today, that's why I look like this. No, I don't go outside looking like this. I don't feel safe to, especially at this point in time. Fun fact, I got complained about at my job because of my appearance. To me. A person asked to speak to a manager and then proceeded to complain about the appearance of one of our employees, and I rapidly realized that it was me. I am the drama. And I had to politely let her know that was very much so in dress code, and I'm always complimented at work and it's not a problem, and I work at a diverse company and you can talk to my store manager if it's an issue. And she did. So that was interesting. But she started talking about me, and then she was like, and I'm not sure how this person identifies, and I was like, oh no, it's about me. It's about me. It's about me. Because I'm the only super visible trans person at my workplace currently. I'm not the only trans person, but I'm the only visible one. Yeah, I didn't feel, this past week I haven't felt anything other than anxiety, but this is like the worst time of year to have the job that I have. It's absolute hell, and I also have a lot of like holiday related trauma and just December trauma. I've had a ton of family members that I loved and care about die in December. Like, it's just normally a horrible time for me. And honestly, this is deja vu. I literally had a dream about this. Cool. I always think about Jenna Marbles being like, I know I'm on track if I have deja vu. And then I feel good about having deja vu, and I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with that. But yeah. Another thing is my throat has been a little sore, and I feel like, and I don't know if it's because I've also been like gaining muscle kind of like here and here, but I feel like there's just some definition happening in my neck, kind of around where my voice box will eventually start growing, but I don't want to like, overthink 1 week on testosterone. So I started filming this and then had to delete it because I was getting spammed with messages, and I was like, what is going on? True facts, I accidentally posted a nip slip. But anyways, yeah, nothing really exciting, just kind of dehydrated and really bad anxiety, but I'm not sure how much of that is actually fueled by the hormone changes, I'm sure at least a little bit it was increased by it, but really, honestly, I thought I was like a lot over my medical anxiety, but I'm not. I will say I've had a really weird symptom that I don't know if it has to do with testosterone. I don't think it does. I think it could be something else. I think it could be some sort of like upper respiratory thing that I'm not even aware of, because that I literally like get sick all the time and I'm not aware of it. I don't know why. It's happened to me before. Like, I lost my hearing like 2 years ago around this time, like really bad, and I went to the doctor and I was like, what's wrong with me? And they were like, you have like an upper respiratory infection and your sinuses are swollen and it's causing your ear canals to swell. And I was like, I didn't even know. I don't feel sick. So that could be one, why my throat hurts, and two, I've had this really weird symptom where my mouth tastes really, really sweet most of the time, kind of obnoxiously so. And I ended up, at first I thought it was funny, and I thought, oh, my mouth is sweet. And then at some point I Googled it, which was a mistake. And I had like a really bad panic attack for like 4 hours, convincing myself that maybe I had really high blood sugar. And so I don't, like, if you struggle with health anxiety, it's always a hit and miss as to whether you should like try to do something to like visually confirm that that's not the case, because sometimes you're going to waste money, especially if you're actually going to the doctors or something. In my case, I just ordered a glucose test kit. My cat is scratching. And it took a couple days for it to come in, so I just had to kind of deal with my anxiety in the meantime, which was fine. Good practice. And of course, the glucose test kit said that after I had eaten sugar, not only is my blood sugar not high, but my blood sugar tends to run on the lower side. It always has, just like my blood pressure and everything. So I feel fine about that. I'm a little anxious about the whole bi-weekly injections things, because I've had a couple of trans people just, tell me their horror stories of like, I couldn't manage my mental health at all on bi-weekly. Good luck. Maybe you should just try to switch to weekly yourself. Like, advocate for yourself, and just kind of pushing me to like try to switch things up before I've even seen like, can I handle it? Because I've been through a lot of stuff this year, like increasing my food intake gave me really horrible anxiety when I was recovering again earlier this year. Going on regular birth control gave me horrible anxiety, and I managed all of it. And that doesn't mean that like it's ideal. Like, I still obviously, like, if it causes me issues, I want to switch things to something that's better, whether that's sub-Q, whether that's weekly IM, and that's normally not how you're supposed to do it, but some doctors are starting to recommend it. It's kind of iffy right now. I'm not telling you to. I'm just in this weird situation where a lot of people are throwing a lot of information at me, and they aren't my doctors. And when I was already in a really stressed out, vulnerable place where it's fucking Christmas week, and I work in retail, if you haven't put the pieces together, it's retail. It's Christmas week retail, and I'm on my first week of testosterone, and I'm starting to realize that this was not the smartest idea. But that, all things considered, only one really bad panic attack day, that's pretty good. And I didn't have to get any of my as-needed meds. I didn't do anything. I just did a lot of breathing exercises, talking to people, and just still getting things done. Still interacting with the world, not curling up in a ball in a chair. That's the worst thing I can do. Learned that the hard way. That's how I ended up in the hospital, because I did that for 5 days straight and was like, I want to die last year. Or early this year. So we're not doing that. We're going to keep on going. And if things get bad, I will message my provider and see if we can switch things up before I even see them. But if I'm okay to just kind of write it out until I see them again and talk to them about it again, I'm not trying to be stubborn. It's more so just like I don't know. I do kind of like the experience of IM injections. I don't know. We'll see. Another thing I have noticed is I do feel like my veins are sticking out more, and just like in general, my vascularity and stuff, which as soon as I lift my hands, you can't see it. It's mostly when my hands are down and like further away from my heart. And one thing I will have to worry or watch out for is high red blood cell count, because I forgot that was actually something I have had a history of, and it was, for some reason, it was when I was getting treated for my eating disorder, they said I had a really high red blood cell count, but they didn't have to do anything. It wasn't like horribly high. It was just like weirdly high for my body, and they it resolved while I was recovering. So I've had some, like, now that I'm like chill about the whole like weird mouth thing, which my point bringing up like being sick and stuff is that it can also be a sign that you have something going on like sinus wise that's like fucking with your senses. But I've had some anxiety about maybe getting a high red blood cell count because it's something that's been in my history and I didn't think about that. And increasing your levels of testosterone automatically gives you a higher red blood cell count. My friend did bring up the fact that some transmasc people, what they do to kind of mitigate this is they will regularly donate blood, but you have to find a queer-friendly place to do that, and I don't know if I have any options here. So we shall see. I'll be really fucking upset if for some reason that stops me from being able to stay on testosterone, but we'll see. I'm sure other people have dealt with it before and that there are treatments you can do and stuff. I was doing a little bit of research on it, but I don't want to do too much because, like, what if that doesn't even end up being an issue? You know, I have a lot of other factors that make me low risk for it, like particularly my lifestyle and stuff, so. But as long as I just try and enjoy the process and stay safe and listen to my body, but don't ruminate over it, you know, we'll find out at the 3-month checkup what's going on, what the plan is, and yeah, I feel like I can afford gel, and I think gel might honestly be a good option. Just for like steady hormones and feeling stable mental health wise, but we'll see. I feel like I might honestly just get used to it. Nothing really to report other than just a lot of thoughts, some anxieties, but only one really bad day. The rest of the days just felt like I just have to be careful. Like I just have to be smart and know when to take a break at work or exit a conversation for a period of time or completely get away from my phone. Things like that, which everyone, you know, always has to work on these days. So yeah. Final thing, I have to show you something that I can do now. I'll be right back. No, wait, actually, come with me. Very important. This is real important shit, y'all. I still want to be able to upload this without editing it. Because I'm lazy. This is the last time I'm doing this today because I'm pretty sure my nose hole is like, I swear to God. But I saw someone do this on Facebook and my septum is a 6 gauge. So it's too small to put like straws and other shit in. And I've always been so jealous of people who can put fun things through their nose. But bitch, I can too now. Yeah, bitch. Oh, hell yeah. Really important life updates here. This is way more important than any of the testosterone stuff. If I'm being honest, this is the most important thing I've ever shared with you. Y'all think my septum ring is a lot now. Yeah. Yeah. No, no, no. No. Okay, bye.